Okay. Ooh yeah. Good morning and welcome back to another video. There's a warning in the weather today, and the warning is we're gonna have flooding and a lot of rain. But no fear, we have coffee. This is gonna be for lunch later on, but I'd rather have it in here before it starts raining. It is chilly outside today. Let's kind of do some dishes. Nothing beats coffee in the outdoors. We're gonna pause this video right here and take a minute and talk about today's sponsor for this video, which is, well, me, Stefan, Ghica.com. If many of you didn't know, I do have a storefront. We have a lot of merch, a lot of t-shirts, a lot of hats, coffee mugs, stickers, t-shirts, hoodies. We even have beach towels. So check that out. I really love the hoodies that we have right now. Also, there is an Amazon storefront. So if you guys are interested in any of the stuff that you see here on the channel that I use every day, including all of my electrical system, a lot of the things that I use like coffee pots or just pots and pans, any of the gadgets that you see here on the van, even the boxes up on top of the rooftop, then you can find them on there. Even these window covers, they're all on there, so you can definitely get yourself some of that stuff. StefanGhica.com. Don't forget to go over and check it out. With that being said, let's head back to the video. Let's go for a quick walk around camp. We're supposed to get out of here, evacuate in about an hour and a half, but since we're here, why not? So the one thing that I wanted to show you is why I love that campsite so much is because, look, there's a big difference in space where there's another, ooh, I feel some drops. It might be a short walk. All right, let's go. Anyway, the campsite is not as crowded as other campsites. Look at those right there. They're just kind of on top of each other for the most part. You know, that was a good walk. It wasn't long at all, but it was great for the mind and the body, and I hope you guys enjoyed it because I did. I'll have to say though, on days like these when I'm planning to maybe spend as much time inside as I don't need to because I want to be outside, having the window van pays off. The reason I usually don't take off the covers entirely for the most part is because I'm usually editing a video or sleeping. Well, since I have a little bit of time and I'm near a spigot and a trash can, I'm gonna attempt to clean the pan from residue with the good old baking soda. Hopefully that gets done by the time I have to leave, so I can put some stuff away. Because from 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock, I'm gonna have to hang out at the daycare. I talked to the ranger yesterday. I'm not gonna have to pay for that again since I'm in here already. I love this thing. The reason I actually don't use it as often is because the cleanup is a little bit more time consuming And also I try not to drink this whole thing of coffee, which usually happens if I make it, so that's why I do the pour over. Easier cleanup. In grand scheme of things, this is a lot healthier because this is the filter. It's all metal and mostly stainless steel. Well, we got it to look like this. Alright. It finally started to drizzle a bit outside, so I'm gonna start up the car and find a good spot for day use. And then after that, we're gonna go get our tag. As soon as I make it to the day use, I will show you how the pan turned out. Well, I saw some deer and I was trying to film them and show you guys. Oh, there they are. Starting to come down. I really need to go cross that little water flooding section. I mean, it's not anywhere close right now, but there's a day use area there. This is the area that usually floods. Okay, we're gonna wait, and it's perfect because it's gonna give me plenty of time to make some lunch. Let me show you that pan. I actually kind of want to take my shoes off so we don't make a mess in here. We don't mean my mud room. First wipe is going to be with paper towel. Just in case I get some of that, there's more residue, which is not, but just in case. This is a perfect way to be able, there's a van that is trying to also park in the day use area. Sometimes if I mess up with the stainless steel, it's a great way to bring it back to life. Look at that. Super easy. If I take care of this pan, I can pretty much keep it for a lifetime, unless like one of these bolts falls off or something. I also covered with the lid just because it just makes a huge mess. Last time I did it, it made a huge mess until that burns off, and then once it burns off, I took the lid off and it's fine. You know, I also frequently get the question how I deal with only one burner. Well, that's not entirely true. Yes, I do use this for the most part. But if I wanted the equivalent to 2 burners, there you go. I can cook stuff in here just as good as I can cook stuff in here, because this does have a saute button. It's pretty much the same thing. It heats up stuff. So if you're doing pasta, which I don't, but if you do, this is my second burner. First order of business, I am going to hard boil these eggs in the Instant Pot, and while that gets done, I can chop some stuff up. I pressure cook them on low for 5 minutes. 5 minutes are the hardest. I like them that way because they last longer. But normally, if you want the medium, it's 4 minutes on pressure cook, low. And then I let them naturally release the steam. What I've done here, I'm prepping, so this container is for what I'm gonna make right now for lunch. This, however, since I'm cutting stuff, I pre-cut some of the things, so tonight I'm thinking about making ramen. So that's gonna be almost ready to go. I don't wanna pre-cut these spicy things completely because it might ruin the mushrooms, but until tonight, they should be fine this way. Pressure is naturally released. And now we have hard-boiled eggs. It's done. Just gonna wait for it to naturally release. I can turn off the inverter. I already have some quinoa and lentil pre-made for earlier this week, so I'm just gonna use this to complete my meal. I'm not gonna wait for that. It will show you how it looks like when it's done, but I'm kind of hungry. I have half an hour until like 2 o'clock, so I really wanna eat lunch before I go and grab my pass and set up for the campsite. Let's see how that's gonna work. The salad is big, but I wanted to use a bunch of the stuff that I need to use before it goes bad, like the avocado. It's almost one full avocado. The radishes, and then you saw the hard-boiled eggs. Pretty easy. I'm also gonna spend some time with family over the holidays. I'm not sure when this video is coming out. Happy holidays to you if you don't see it until next year. I'm low on stock in the fridge, which is something that I planned. Let's try these eggs. That was amazing. All right, so because I'm gonna be using most of this stuff for tonight's meal, I'm just gonna wipe it down, good old wipe down, and then tonight after I eat, I'm gonna actually wash them. It's usually a way to conserve water even though there's water spigots here. Quite frankly, I don't feel like washing dishes right now. Let's put these eggs in the fridge. That's how we know they're hard-boiled. The office to go get the pass is very close, so I'm just gonna leave these. And as soon as I set up camp, I will show you how this came out. All right. Are things okay back there? Let's go camping, baby. A bunch of RVs here today. But that's my spot right there. Well, it stopped raining for just a second, so I'm gonna fill up the water jug because, well, it's empty. And while I could hook up, I don't have a hookup for water. I can just fill it up. But it's a perfect spot to do it because the water is potable. So, gonna be good to go. So that's why I only carry 5 gallons of water. Plus, if I don't go to a campground, the 5-gallon automated machines are like perfect. So I can fill up there. Success! I'm set up before it starts raining again. And we're good to go. I'll show you the outside really quick. And then we're gonna go back to the Instant Pot because I gotta wash that. Let's see how it came out. Let's grab the fork and see. Oh, this is perfect. There's a lot of it too. really good. I was able to fit everything in these 2 containers. I'm gonna leave them out for a second because they need to cool down before I put them in the fridge, but I am gonna go wash this really quick, only because this needs to go back underneath the bed before it starts raining again. Quickly, because I also want to show you the campsite tour. But it's very important for me to just get this out of the way, because otherwise, if it starts raining really bad, then I can't open the back doors and put this underneath the bed. So I'm trying to do it now, so I don't have to deal with leaving with this Instant Pot in here. The less things I have, the better. Quick campsite tour. I stayed here in the past, so if you watch my videos, you also probably recognize this one. I got the van right here. Then on this side, on the business end, a spigot, and then I can plug in. Hence why I did all the cooking, the hard-boiled eggs, and I ran my Instant Pot quite a bit today because I knew I was gonna plug it in. Fire pit with the grill, a grill. Right here we have a table. And that's the view for now until it starts raining again. Alright, I am going to start editing these videos really quick for you guys. So if I don't see you, happy holidays. And thank you for hanging out as always. And now get out of here and watch another one of my videos. Maybe this one. I think YouTube thinks, or maybe here. Whatever YouTube thinks is good.